Hi traders, Dr. Eugene right here. Okay, it's 3 a.m. here and I'm actually awake trying to get some trade done in my futures platform. Yes, you all know weekends are mainly for cryptos. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday are mainly for cryptos. I don't trade forex those days because not that I can't trade them, but I've decided not to trade them to keep more focus on stocks and crypto. Okay, so now I'm here to share what happened here that made me to place this particular setup here, or to consider this trade here the valid one. So listen very carefully and learn from each of them and believe this trade is still running, even though I got notified that my TP is hit, but I still keep the trade running. You can see it here. You can see it. You can see it here. It's still running. Likewise, in my futures app, I think you can see this one more clear. Okay, let me show to the camera instead. Here you can see it. It's still running about 673%. And here in my forest is 1,470 pips. This trade has been running for 7 or 8 days now. So this is what made me to place this particular setup here, or to consider it a good one. Yes. So I've had multiple setups within this level, but this is the one I've been targeting since. But most of them, I do close them after the week or after some days, or if the trade show me any sign of reversal, I will just close it and then look for a new entry model. So now let's watch out. Because okay, here I have placed some trade here, and my TP is just in this break or structure point. Another one was here, and one is here, one is here. This one and this, I placed my take profit at this same all-time high here that got broken. Sorry, not all-time high. This rotated high that got broken. Another one was here, but what happened here is market gave me about 300 pips before moving downside to stop me out. So painful, but it's fine. So that's it. But all this is because of this particular move here. I was targeting this particular move. That's why I lost this particular setup. And this is when the setup actually matured. You can see here, market is actually in a downtrend, and by creating higher highs, higher lows, as lower high, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. You can see lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Yes. So this is the first time I noticed that, yes, something is about to happen. That this market is now deviating from bearishness to bullish scenario. Because this market didn't actually supposed to get to this level. Yes. So my TP level was here. Yes, about market pushed up higher to this level, mitigating this particular setup here instead of this one. I said, okay, this is actually a good sign. Sorry, a good sign that the momentum is changing. So now I placed another buy here, hoping the market is pushing all the way to the all-time high or to this level. Yes. Unfortunately, I got stopped out before the setup matured at this level. When I say the setup matured is this. There is a breakout here. Yes, there is a breakout here, but this breakout failed to hold for a downtrend to keep going. Okay, so for the fact this failed to hold here, is just indicating that yes, the opposite direction will be the best point to consider, best place to consider. So that's when I realized, okay, let me watch out more closely to see what is the market doing at that point. That's when I get to see this push up here before pullback. So during this pullback, I moved to a longer time frame, which is 30 minutes time frame, to place my buy at this level. Unfortunately, the market pushed my TP immediately. So after that, market pulled back again to retest this particular level that I placed my first buy setup at this particular bullish moment that just changed from bearishness to bullishness. So after this second trade here, that's when market pull back again and then break the protected high. Okay, it's when the protected high got broken that I realized, okay, the setup is now finally bullish. That is no more bearish, even though I was taking my profit in a recent high, hoping the market might change direction at any time. But immediately this break of structure happened at this level, I said, okay, this is now a good point as well a good confluence for me to keep buying. But what is now left unknown is where should I buy for this particular high move that I'm anticipating for. Okay, so now that comes in this. I have already gotten my direction, my break of structure, which is my structural side of my strategy. Now what again left? Inducement, which is liquidity inducement. So my inducement, I have one inducement at this point here. Hope you can see it very clear. There is an inducement here, and as well, there is a zone at this point. So, but I have to be very sure about what this inducement is, the information this inducement is giving me. Because even though I have inducement here that validates this particular zone here, there is a breakout in trend here that indicates a trend line liquidity here. So for the fact there's a trend line breakout here and there is inducement here for this zone, it means I don't have to enter blindly. Rather, I have to pay more attention and see how it is going to end. Okay, so I will have placed a pending order here or consider buying all this consolidation is going on here. But for the fact I've realized this breakout in trend and as well inducement, so I don't have to enter blindly, rather to trade what I see. Okay, so the breakout that happened here gave me confirmation that, okay, this particular zone here is not going to hold anymore, that I should consider the trend line liquidity and then look for this buy setup at the end of the trend line liquidity. Yes, which that is what I did. I was waiting for a buy setup at this level here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Why? Because market started showing me a sign of reversal before this particular level. which is so surprising. I said, okay. And remember, I waited for this particular setup for 2.5 days. So while I was waiting for the setup for the full day, they didn't work out. Second day didn't work out. This the third day I said, okay, let me just have a look at what this market is actually telling me at this level. Since it fell to hold or to break yet, I said, okay, this is actually drop-based rally. Okay, that this is actually drop-based rally. So that's when I said, okay, yes, this information is actually clear that I need to go to lower time frame now to see what this is actually saying with a bigger or not a higher number of candles. So that's when I moved to lower time frame and realized that, okay, this market is actually trying to reverse to the upside without reaching this particular level that I mapped out earlier. I said, okay, that's when I placed my trade here. And it is actually the same level as it is in this setup. Okay, so that is how I placed the trade. I would have still catch up this trade here or lose this trade here. Two things would be involved here. Either I miss this entry and hit stop loss here, or I miss this, I hit stop loss here and miss this one, or I hit stop loss here and catch this trade, or I leave this trade here and as well miss this one here. So that is two things that would have happened, but unfortunately, everything went successfully. I didn't place any trade here. And as well, I'm able to catch this setup here. And I can't say I didn't maximize because I doesn't place multiple trades. Only one setup, one trade, one setup, one trade. Yes. And it's all in profit. Since then, it has actually gotten to my full TP, but you can see it's gotten to my full TP, but I didn't close because I'm actually anticipating all-time high at around 150K. Yes, I'm anticipating all-time high at 150K. And all these are done using my personal DMF system. Yes, and if this is your first time hearing about my DMF system, it is all about mastering the market flow using the directional bias, structural bias, liquidity, zones, fundamentals, and as well as candlestick pattern. And all of those things are all together in this setup because this is a break of structure, which is structural bias, protected high and lows that indicate the move and the direction, which is my directional bias. And as well, this trend line also indicates my directional bias. Liquidity is also there. Remember, this is the dearest liquidity that also validates this setup for me. It's not that I just move blindly to lower time frame. This is inducement level that validates this particular setup for me because this particular inducement have been cleared. So there is no any other inducement that need to be cleared before the market will move to the intended direction. So this inducement and all these trend line liquidities are all in place. My zone, which is my demand zone, is in place. My fundamental is also in place. That is, now that we all had that news were not released, that was the CPI news were not released. That is the news of the first week of the month. So now that that news is not released, that is to tell you that a lot of investors will be moving from investing in this dollar to all these assets like crypto, gold and oil, and many more of them. So that is also what gave me another confluence to hold this trade without fear or panic. So candlestick confirmation is also done in my lower time frame. And let me just go to the lower time frame and show you how I caught the setup and the candlestick pattern that I saw that made me to also place the trade. Yes. Why so slow? Yeah, there is bullish engulfing candle here. I'm finding it difficult to zoom it. Yes, very good. You can see there is bullish engulfing candle here, but this is where the market I got tapped here. This is the bullish engulfing candle. I placed pending order at this level. So I will put the attachment here so that you will see exactly that I placed the trade. Yes. So that is it. And there is another setup that I was targeting but failed to hold, which is this level here. So in case if you get a setup, while you see this Bitcoin at this level, just consider buying because this is the next level here. After this one, you will be looking at all this level. So all these ones are liquidity that need to be swept. So as well, all these points here need to be swept for the major move. So either this all-time high keep moving from the current price level or it pull back before the move. But in all, I'm still holding to 150K. Yes. See you guys in the profitable side.